Poly Network offers crypto hacker Mr. White Hat Chief Security Advisor job. Poly Network has offered crypto hacker Mr. White Hat their Chief Security Advisor job. Despite the fact that the corporation claims millions in cryptocurrency was stolen, the person's been offered the post of Chief Security Officer. Sounds kind of insane, but is there more to this story? Let's have a look, shall we? The whole story. Despite the fact that the cyber bandits returned the vast majority of the stolen funds and stated that they only stole the cryptocurrency for fun, a company that suffered a massive crypto heist last week has offered its hacker the position of Chief Security Advisor. The company lost more than $600 million in the crypto heist. When Poly Network, the decentralized finance network that was hacked, published a blog post on Medium on Tuesday, it referred to the hacker as Mr. White Hat, a reference to hackers who earn accolades for assaulting corporations in order to expose security weaknesses. The hacker has returned cryptocurrency worth more than $340 million that's been taken from the victim. More than $200 million in cryptocurrency, on the other hand, appears to be remaining in a different wallet and has not been returned, despite the fact that Poly Network claims to be in regular touch with the hacker. In a blog post published on Tuesday, Poly Network stated, "To express our gratitude and to encourage Mr. White Hat to continue contributing to security advancement in the blockchain world alongside Poly Network, we cordially invite Mr. White Hat to serve as the Chief Security Advisor of Poly Network. Mr. White Hat will serve as the Chief Security Advisor of Poly Network. Several security weaknesses in Poly Network's system were uncovered by the hacker, according to the company, which is now trying to close those gaps. The company notes that the solution will not be completed overnight. We have no intention of holding Mr. White Hat legally liable, as we're confident that Mr. White Hat will promptly return full control of the assets to Poly Network and its users," the business stated in its statement. A $500,000 bug bounty has been given by Poly Network to the hacker, who can use the money at his or her own discretion for the cause of cybersecurity and to support more projects and individuals, according to the company. Poly Network openly pleaded with the hackers to return the coins immediately following the hack last week, saying that law enforcement in any country will regard this as a major economic crime and you will be pursued. In a subsequent public question and answer session held on the blockchain through encrypted exchanges of cryptos with typed messages attached, the hacker answered to the public question and answer session. "Consider what you would do if you were faced with such good fortune. Is it okay to ask the project team nicely for help so that they can repair it? Anyone may be the traitor if you give them $1 billion. One of the texts was read out loud. "I can't put my faith in anyone," the text continued. "The only solution I can think of is to save it in a trusted account while maintaining my anonymity and safety." When asked about returning the money, this individual stated, "That's always the plan. Money's not something I'm really interested in. I understand how it feels when someone you care about is attacked, but shouldn't you take something away from the experience?" The identity of the individual who sent those messages was confirmed by cybersecurity specialists last week to be related to an account that was used in the theft, although several experts questioned the hackers' claims that they intended to return the stolen cryptocurrency from the beginning. Critics questioned whether the hackers returned the cryptocurrency solely because they would be arrested if they changed it into a usable form of currency in the first place. Poly Network, on the other hand, is placing its trust in the hacker, who is still holding on to hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. According to Poly Network, while there were some misunderstandings in the beginning due to poor communication channels, we now understand Mr. White Hat's vision for DeFi and the crypto world, which is in line with Poly Network's ambitions from the very beginning to provide interoperability for ledgers in Web 3.0, the company stated. In related news, Japan's liquid global exchange was hacked and $90 million in cryptocurrency was stolen. On Thursday, August 19th, the exchange stated that its warm wallets had been compromised and that it was removing digital assets from the exchange's system entirely. While the total amount of money stolen has not yet been determined, the value of Bitcoin, Ether, Ripple, Tron, and other cryptocurrencies taken could be in the range of $90 million, according to Eddie Wang, senior researcher at OKLink. "We're actively investigating and will offer regular updates," the exchange stated in a Twitter thread on the investigation. "Deposits and withdrawals will be temporarily halted during this time period." A later tweet from Liquid Global stated that it's collaborating with other exchanges to freeze the funds in the account. The CEO of cryptocurrency exchange Qcoin, Johnny Liu, stated that this platform was aware of the situation and that the hacker's wallet address had been blacklisted. Expected that other exchanges will follow suit. So far, it's disclosed 9 wallet wallet addresses where the hacker is depositing the monies that have been stolen from the victim. At 7:20 a.m. UTC, one of the addresses that Liquid Global published was still receiving bitcoins. A blog post on the issue, which was translated from Japanese by Google, stated that the hack was directed at a multi-party computation MPC wallet from the company Liquid Global. QYNPTE's Singapore subsidiary QYNPTE's MPC wallet, used for warehousing and delivering management of cryptographic assets, had its MPC wallet compromised this time, the business said. A sophisticated cryptographic system in which the private key that controls funds is generated collaboratively by a group of parties, with none of the participants knowing the pieces calculated by the others, is known as multi-party cryptography MPC. The blog post by Liquid Global did not provide any information on how this security setup was bypassed. Liquid Global is not associated with the Liquid Network, a Bitcoin sidechain also known as a parallel system developed by the software startup Blockstream. Decentralized finance is the most recent battleground in the cryptocurrency hacking crisis. For the majority of the cryptocurrency's 13-year existence, exchanges served as the focal point for cybercrime. Peer-to-peer crypto systems, which are rising in popularity, are now posing a greater hacking threat than ever before. One of these sites, Poly Network, was the largest of a crypto theft of $610 million last week, making it one of the largest in history. Several days after the robbery, the decentralized finance DeFi platform reported that the white hat hacker or group of hackers had returned nearly all of the stolen funds to the platform. Interviews with industry executives, lawyers, and analysts reveal that the odd conclusion to the Poly Network drama masks rapidly increasing problems in this growing region of cryptocurrency, where an estimated $80 billion or more is kept, according to the findings of the study. Unlike traditional financial institutions such as banks and exchanges, DeFi sites allow users to lend, borrow, and save, mainly in cryptocurrencies, without going through the traditional financial institutions such as banks and exchanges. Supporters claim that the technology allows for more affordable and efficient access to financial services. However, the Heist at Poly Network, which was previously a little-known site, has brought attention to the vulnerability of DeFi sites to criminal activity. Attempting robbers are frequently successful in exploiting flaws in the open-source code that's utilized on websites. Furthermore, because of the uneven nature of current regulation, victims often have little or no redress. Previously, centralized exchanges, which serve as middlemen between buyers and sellers of cryptocurrency, had been the primary targets of cryptocurrency cyber attacks. For example, the Tokyo-based exchange Mt. Gox went bankrupt in 2014 after suffering a $500 million loss as a result of hacking. Coincheck, which is situated in Tokyo as well, was the victim of a $530 million crime in the same year. Many big exchanges under the regulatory spotlight and attempting to attract more mainstream investors have since increased security, and large-scale heists are now extremely rare, if not impossible to do. According to Ross Middleton, Chief Financial Officer of DeFi platform Diversify, the increased emphasis on security at big platforms like Coinbase Global Incorporated has pushed less secure venues to the sidelines. According to him, what's happened in the big exchanges have got really good on security, and the smaller exchanges aren't around anymore. Frontier's definitely DeFi now. According to crypto intelligence firm CipherTrace, losses from crime on DeFi platforms have reached an all-time high, with thieves, hackers, and fraudsters making off with $474 million between January and July. The increase occurred when funds flooded into DeFi, matching the overall flow of assets into the cryptocurrency market. In the latest report from DeFi Pulse, the total value of assets kept at such sites has risen to more than $80 billion, up from just $6 billion a year earlier. According to DeFi experts, security vulnerabilities are most prevalent with newer sites that may be running on less secure code. In the words of Rune Christensen, former president of the organization behind the high-profile DeFi program Maker, there's a widening security and risk gap between old, battle-tested DeFi protocols and new, untested DeFi protocols. According to proponents, the adoption of open-source code allows users to swiftly identify and resolve vulnerabilities, hence minimizing the danger of criminal activity. They claim that DeFi is capable of self-policy. DeFi, on the other hand, is becoming increasingly important to financial regulators and governments throughout the world that are considering how to regulate the cryptocurrency business. What's your take on today's stories? Are you a hacker?